You might be wondering, why is it this guy again? Because now I'm starting to clean this guy up. You know, we're done designing, we're done cleaning up, we're drawing him for real this time. Okay, I've got almost everything prepared. And so this is the base, right? Ace is going to have a little brother. He's very cute. This time I had a hand in designing him myself as well. Ace had a lot of like artistic control over his design. Like Ace always really knew what he wanted to have specifically. So I just followed whatever he wanted. Oh right, yeah, I should. This one's Rascal. He's like Royal Rascal. I think TV. I think that was his stuff. This is really bad, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, so Ace really knew what he wanted, and this person asked me for a redesign. So it looks a little bit more like a Phantom Thief themed kind of thing. So I tried to do that. I don't know if I was successful, but you know, I kind of like the elements I did. I kind of have to clean up these types of things maybe, you know? It's a little confusing maybe. But yeah, I kind of had fun designing this, honestly. It was great. I'm not saying this person didn't know what they wanted. They were also very clear in what they wanted. But yeah, Ace had like very specific instructions. Oh, here's Ace in comparison, by the way. I just realized this one looks a little taller. So it's the little brother that's going to be taller. It's always like that, isn't it? He's a little long, maybe. I gave Ace more like realistic proportions, I think. Still kind of happy how it turned out. Like, I'm like, I did a good job on those hips. Anyways, yeah, so this time I'll do a naked body as well. Not like naked, you know, but like a base. Yeah, I think I need to lower. I might need to lower the hips a little bit. Whatever I did here. See, that's a problem, right? I made him a little too long. And so this should technically be down here or something like that. I think this was technically correct, but it feels a little long, you know. So yeah, he's got a little bit of a long torso, but I feel like it kind of fits with whatever we have, so it might be okay. There's a bunch of like expressions and stuff that I need to work on as well. There's crossed arms, a bunch of gestures, but for today, I'll just focus on getting the headpieces. It shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. But yeah, this one's a new character, I guess. And there was a lot happened. So last week there was no stream because I was at a convention. I was tabling at a convention. And the experience was a little weird. It was like very slow in terms of sale flow. Customers buying. But I'm still satisfied with the results. It was just weird that, you know, like within an hour you'd only get like one sale or something like that. So I was like, oh, there were like it was like 100 artists, so I thought like maybe it would be a little bit more full. Does that make sense? It was just generally a weird experience, and everyone else that I asked, they also said it was kind of weird. Oh, it was like an anime convention, I guess. Yeah. I think that one was more known to be a cosplay convention, so it could be that people in general weren't buying, but I feel like it was kind of on par of a convention of 50 artists. So I sold similarly as I did at my first convention where there were only 50 artists. right? But this one had 3 times the amount, but the buying power didn't go up. Does that make sense? So I feel like my art is usually fine in terms of quality and stuff. So I think I'll do well, even if I'm like, even if it's technically a slow convention. But yeah, it was very fun. Even though it was like very slow in terms of sales, that meant I got a lot of time to just like chat and hang out with people. So that was great. I met a lot of like artists, even like artists that I admire and stuff, that I always buy from when I see them. Like I bought it from them from like Dokumi and like another convention and now this one. And I got to know someone who also was into Ghost Story Gotta Work. Another Kim Sodom enjoyer. Okay, I got connected by a Niji Sanji fan. Okay, I know everyone hates Niji Sanji, but the Niji JPN fans are always so nice. The people who love Niji Sanji, JPN, they're the real ones. Okay, she connected me with a Ghost Story Gotta Work person, and I got a brown. I got a brown keychain. I'm really happy. This was, I don't know, I felt like it was the highlight. So in commemoration of that, I just redid my whole... I changed my whole wallpaper stuff as well. So now it's all Kim Sodom themed. And it's great. I'm really happy. I'm so sorry, Finan. I really like the Finan theme as well that I did, but now it's Kim Sodom. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, it was great. I got to make a lot of not friends just yet, but new connections basically. So I think I'll invite them to some like tea and coffee and stuff sometime, just to meet up and chat with them. They're all so nice, man. I also talk to some people, you know, that I watch, you know, that have vlogs and stuff. I don't know if I should be allowed to mention them, but you know, so for now I won't. But yeah. One thing, I only saw one Finan cosplayer. I saw like 3 Anaxa cosplayers. Their wigs were amazing, etc. Right? Only one Finan cosplayer. So when I saw them, I was like, oh my god, get over here, Finan! Let me give you stuff! So I gave them like a bunch of those photo cards that I made. And in fact, they came back with I think the Crisis hairs later. So I gave them those. Like I gave the Crisis hairs a bunch of photo cards as well. I only had 3. I only had Mighty, Anaxa, and Finan, obviously, so it was a little, you know, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I have a lot of options, but you know, they were happy. And the Cypher cosplay also gave me a bunch of cat stickers. And they were great, honestly. I don't know if they drew them themselves, but I like them. They're fun. Right? So I got that. And then later, at the end of the convention, we went to McDonald's and then I saw them again. I was such a stalker. So I parked the car and I looked into the McDonald's, and you know, like, you gotta imagine it like this. It was like there was a spotlight on them. Like, imagine this is just the McDonald's wall, and then there's just Finan sitting at the table eating McDonald's, and the spotlight was like like it's shown on him like this. I don't know if I should call them she, her, they, them, or whatever, but like, yeah. It was basically like this. It was so funny. So I took a stalker photo and then I shared it. I gave it to them. I'm like, here you go. Like a really low quality stalker photo. Have fun with it. I deleted it. I'm so sorry. I felt so sorry afterward because they were like, thank you for the stalker photos. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I know this is like, I don't know. This must have, I don't know. It is kind of rude to do so. So I was like, I was really sorry to do that. I just, you know, I just thought it was a funny experience seeing the Crisis hairs. Crisis heirs. Eating at a McDonald's. Bangs. What side is that? Left, I think. See, I could probably just separate them like a normal person. But yeah. So I saw the crisis people. We did have a little bit of a health crisis. But yeah, overall, I didn't get a lot of sleep at the convention. Or like, not quality sleep. But usually I'm fine for the convention itself. Right, so like my friend didn't have to worry about me too much. But then afterwards, after the convention, I was like, I crashed so hard. I was sleeping so much. I was so sleepy the whole week. I think I just caught up on like 3 days of sleep. So yeah, that was wild. Like yesterday, I slept the day before yesterday, I think. Slept like 12 hours. And then took another 2-hour nap later in the day. And then today I went back to three hours of sleep, so I'm so tired. I gotta hurry up. I gotta be really efficient and productive today, so I can rest well. You know, I can rest assured. Yeah, and then I went to hang out, test a new printer, an Epson printer that a friend of mine bought recently. And yeah, he bought a good printer, honestly. He bought like an EcoTank. And it's so interesting. He has like, okay, so the EcoTank has less cartridges than I do, than mine does. But it is way better on your inks. My printer has like 10 cartridges. So every time I want to restock, if I buy the non-Canon brand inks, it'll be like $100 just to restock, and they're gone so fast. So my prints should be like really expensive actually. And then his is definitely easier on the inks in terms of, you know, stuff, but it's interesting. His printer doesn't get as much depth. He doesn't get as much depth that I can get from my printer. But the blues are more glowy. Mine are really color accurate, but his make the blues shine a little bit more. I thought that was interesting. Even though it's like kind of off. But then for reds and yellows, the colors are just like really off, so that's like that's difficult, I guess. So yeah, he has to adjust the colors, or like find a color setting that he can use and automate that. And just make tests. Whereas for mine, I can genuinely just print it out as it is, and it'll just be really accurate. So I'm really happy with my printer actually. I made a good choice. Like a really good choice. I'm just bitter because the ink is so expensive. I'm going back to school next week and I've barely done my homework. It's Saturday already. Do you maybe want to do a work stream? Use this as your work stream. Get to studying. Don't listen to me, don't interact with me. You need to work, I need to work. We should just be quietly listening to Natori's music. That's that. Okay, I actually wanted to start a little bit earlier. I wanted to get back and have a nap, you know, before I start streaming. But yeah, as I thought, it'll be fine, maybe. maybe might not be good enough. But yeah, as I thought, I just ended up chatting a lot with a friend. So I think we left at 6. I had an ice cream at McDonald's, right? And then he drove me home. And we just sat in front of the door chatting for another few hours. It's so interesting. It's interesting because like we're very different from each other. And I'm someone who doesn't have a high range of emotions, I think. Like even though I'm turbulent, my range, like my amplitude, the intensity of my emotions is never quite as high. And stuff, so I don't understand. Like I can't empathize with a lot of things. I know that some issues exist. And like I can understand the logical like the emotion, like the logical emotion chain or something like that, the emotional logic chain. But it's like, yeah, sometimes I start to like I start to sound Catholic because I'm like, no, this is like a basic principle in my life that is like that just exists like that. So no. I can't understand that. I am allowed to use Discord again? How do I join? Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Let me grab your link. Let me grab your link. I forgot. I'll just, you know what? I'll use a copy button. Like this. Let's see. I know there's flowers. I don't know if we need to draw them correctly just yet. No, I think this should be okay. This is just going to be a lot of lighting and it's going to look very, very messy. But yeah, just gonna have to deal with it. Bangs, right. Seven was pretty ideal. Like, I'm so sleepy! My eyes! No, let's get at least the head layers out of the way. Just the head layers. Maybe I can even do a call out. I'll try to make this a short stream. So I don't even know what happened. All of this like time. Oh, so there was so many interesting characters at the convention. I talked to a bunch of people, so it was really fun. But you know, even customers were interesting. There was like this one kid that just like walked by and grabbed my like Kyrgyz stickers, the Valentine's ones. Oh, when I try to accept the invite, it keeps taking me to the App Store. How do you join online? Wait, do you not have ooh, I don't wait, what about this? Hold on, let me check something. Is this the same link? It is. Okay, so that's the same link. Hold on, let me look it up for you. Discord.com.app. I mean, if you have the browser open. Okay, so what I do is if you have a browser, you go to discord.com/app. Right? You log in normally, as you usually do, and then where your server folders are, you just go to the bottom of them, and then you click the plus button, and it says Add Server, and that's where you input the link. If it keeps taking you to the App Store, I would recommend you to just get the app because it's convenient. But you know. If you want to go through the browser, you'll have to do it that way. Wait, that's cute. What is this? Tomato Star Darling, Peach Angel, Raspberry. Cute. Cute. Is that fine? And that is fine. And cute. What else? Wait a second. Ding. Okay. I hope that worked. I would, but I literally have no space. Wait, what do you mean you have no space? You want me to show you? Discord.com/app, okay? I'm already logged in. Right? I actually have to check. That's... And then you scroll down all the way to here. And you press add a server. Right, and then it says like create your own server, but you don't need that. You already have an invite, and that's where you put the link. And you just go down here. Oh, the app, okay. Oh, you didn't have enough space for Discord, fair enough. That space. Sorry, I was thinking about literal space. I'm like, wait, can you not? I was a little confused. Sorry about that. Okay, that's one. That's two. You'll try. Sounds good. I want to keep my eyes closed. I want to keep them closed. This one's a big one. I think this one's gonna need to be around here. Size? Trying to figure something out. Trying to figure out if this one should be like this. It's like all of this is one strand. Well, I'll just do that. I'll see if it worked. Oh, the link is expired? Wait, I just made this one. That's weird, wait. Really? Okay, wait, hold on. Generate a new link. Okay, I tried. Hold on, let me try making a new link. No, it shouldn't take too long. Wait, but it keeps giving me the same link. That's weird. But it shouldn't be expired. Are you on a VPN or something? Because it happens for me. Like, it works for me. Yeah, it just keeps giving me the same link. Oh, no, wait, actually? Try this one? Yeah, it works for me. Oh, nice! Okay, so that worked, I guess. That's good. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Welcome. It's been a little quiet recently, so don't expect too much. But I guess it's good to have you again. Oh, I kind of got scammed at the convention as well. Not scammed, but you know, I kind of fell for one of those little tricks. It was basically like one of these kids, very young teenagers, walking around, and she was like, "Hey, would you be interested in trading this postcard. This postcard for one of these like self-made photo cards. I was like, oh sure. Right? It was a postcard that, you know, it was like stock that I didn't want to that I needed to get rid of anyways, that I didn't like. So it was fine. But you know, I was like, oh yeah, sure. Let me grab you something. It's like let's add a sticker and this photo card as well, right? And then I took a look and she's like, yeah, go ahead and choose something. And I look at it and it's all, how do I say it? It's like grabbed from the internet. None of it was like drawn by herself. Some was, I think there was AI art in there as well. There was official art, right? I was like, oh shit, fuck. I kind of got bamboozled, you know, but now I can't back out. Right? I was like, damn, like I don't have the heart to be like, you know what, I gotta be strict about this kid. Right? I was like, damn. At least I just gave a stock that I didn't want anyways. So that's good. Damn. So that happened. And then yeah. Yeah, so I chose some official Akatsuki no Yona art, which was literally just like a cover or something. Like official art that they just laminated. I was like, I'll call it a day. And then I went, right? And you know, I've got this like very high energy customer service energy, right? I was like, oh yeah, do this, it's fun. You know, oh that's so cute. All right, let me give you this, etc. Right? I'll choose this. Thank you so much. Like, see you around, bye. Right? Kind of like that, right? And then she left, and then some new friends that I made from the table, from across the aisle, they came over and they were like, hey, did you see? Did they come by? Did they try to trade stuff with you as well? I was like, yeah, I ended up giving them stuff. And they're like, yeah, I don't know if you knew, but like, look over there, there's the mom. She's at the next table, she's scouting ahead, and then she's telling the kid which one to choose. I'm like, damn, it's like a whole operation. What the heck? That kind of sucks. Bro, like, why would you do that? Oh, you know what, after this I should edit stuff so I can have the new, like, I was about to say music video, no, but like speed paint of that one angel drawing. Yeah, so I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, why would you do this? But okay, I guess people do stuff. I wonder if I can just... No, I don't think I should do that. Probably good if I keep it this shape. But if it moves... I'll do this and then this one will... but then there will be a gap. I'll do it like this. And then they can just curl it. Yeah, so I got scammed like that. There was also a kid who just grabbed things really fast. Like anything free, he would just grab. And he grabbed like a Kurga sticker really quickly and was like, whoa, that was fast. And I look up, right? And he looks in my eyes and I look at him and he looks at me and then he just like... He just nods and continues on, right? And then I keep watching him. He goes to the next one. He swipes the next business card, right? And he does it at such a speed. I was like, oh my god, this kid, he's been trained. He probably already went around half of the aisles. And he just grabbed anything free that he could. And he was like so fast. He was like, bam, bam. He just like swished it away. And I was like, whoa. How old are you? You're like 11, kiddo. That's crazy. Yeah. Speaking of 11, there was another kid that like ding dong ditched up me and my friend in our like hotel room and stuff. It was really late as well. It was like past 10 p.m. And the first time we didn't think much about it, right? We're like, oh, okay, I guess it's just a random kiddo, you know, banging on the door. Like at first it was really startling because it was so loud, right? And then the second time it happened, we were like, yeah, that's a prank for sure. And then it happened a third time. And that's when we were like, you know what? That's fucking annoying. Let's get out. Like at this point we gotta, you know, not teach them a lesson, but, you know, at least let us be known. Let ourselves be known that it's like not okay to do this. And yeah, so we just stood in the hallway for a while, like contemplating, should we like camp in this corner and like catch them in the act, or should we maybe like try to take a look around? And we were discussing, we're like, there was a family that followed us, you know, because they were on the same floor and stuff. Maybe it's a kid from that time and he saw us and, you know, he's targeting us because we're Asian and stuff as well. But who knows? Who knows, honestly? And then my friend saw one kid come out of another room and there were other like voices, so we thought, you know, maybe they're like playing pranks together because we had heard like multiple steps or something like that. So there was like one kid that came out and she followed after her, after the kid. And she was confronting the kid, was like, hey, are you the one who knocked on our doors? And, you know, I just saw her gesturing down the hallway. Then she came back, she's like, no, it's not that kid. He genuinely seemed very confused and stuff, so I don't think it's him. We kept talking, I was like, I mean, it is really late. Honestly, I'm quite tired, but if it keeps banging, I won't be able to sleep anyway, so I might as well just stay up for another like 20, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. When he keeps coming back, right? And then my friend suddenly starts, she like suddenly like starts sprinting. I was like, what the heck? Where are you going? Right? And then she runs around the corner where the elevators are. And I was like, okay. So I don't really hear anything, right? My hearing is not the best. And after she didn't come back, I was like, you know what? I'll go check it out. And then I turn around the corner. I see my friend, right? You gotta imagine it kind of looks like this, right? So she's like kind of over here. She's keeping the elevator door open. And she's holding, you know, her phone and stuff. And then I turn the corner and I look inside. It looks so stupid because there's just like this 11-year-old standing like this. Like the standing emoji. He's just there. In his Demon Slayer t-shirt. With the Hashiras. Like he had a Hashira Demon Slayer t-shirt on. And South Park. Like there were faces of South Park people just on his pants. Ridiculous outfit, ridiculous drip, right? And he was just like standing there, and then was this like, you know, the panels and everything. And he was just standing there, my friend was standing there. And then I was standing on the other side, so now we've blocked him. What a strange child, isn't it? Like, for sure. I mean, it's just a normal child. He isn't even strange or anything. He's just normal. But it was kind of stupid because, like, clearly they made eye contact and he tried to retreat back into the elevators. Because, right? He probably saw, oh, damn, the Asians are out. Like, I gotta run. Right? And my friend probably saw that and was like, that's suspicious behavior. Let's follow that. Because he could have just acted normal and just, you know, walked around and, like, you know, went to a door or something and knocked and be like, hey, are you there, etc., right? And then maybe not. And he's like, oh, did you see a kid? But, you know, he's 11. He was 11. We asked him later, but like, he's 11. He has no clue how to do it. So he was like, oh shit, they're out. They're looking for me. So he ran back and my friend saw that. She's like, I'm gonna follow him. That must be him, right? And she might have probably remembered him better than me, because when they came in with us, I just noticed, you know, like, oh, there's a family, like tall guy, pear-shaped mother, and like a boy, you know, son. And I didn't really pay attention to it. It was literally just out of the corner of my eyes. So I just remember him wearing a beanie or something and like a coat. So yeah, I genuinely don't remember a lot about them. But she did, apparently. So she hunted him down into the elevator, which is so funny, right? And then we basically cornered him. And once I arrived, they were already like in mid-conversation, and she was like interrogating. I was like, was it you? Was it you? Like, you know, that's not okay. You've been like, there's people, we need to sleep. You know, it's been a long day, it's late, we need to sleep. Like, you cannot be doing this. I feel like if I was him, I'd be kind of freaked out. I mean, he was still trying to act tough at that point, right? So he was cornered in the elevator. Clearly, he didn't manage to get the elevator to close. Like, he clearly didn't manage for the elevator to close. And mind you, there is no other way downstairs or upstairs except for these elevators and the emergency stairs, right? So he was stuck in the elevator. Even if he ran past us, there was no way for him, like nowhere for him to run except for his own room at best, which we obviously didn't know where he came from, right? We didn't know his room. But, you know, so he was stuck there and we were interrogating him. I was like, yeah, so why are you doing this? You know, like, this is pretty rude. Do you understand what you did wrong, etc., right? And it wasn't even all that. At some point, we spoke too much English because he's still young, right? And he's like a German kid. Clearly, like blonde eye, like blonde hair, blue eyes. There's no way he wasn't German, right? And you know, I was contemplating. Okay, he's wearing a Demon Slayer Hashira t-shirt. Should I ask him? I was like, oh, do you watch Demon Slayer? Do you think the Hashiras would do something like this, you know, etc.? But then, you know, I asked him, I was like, do you watch this? And he was like nodding, like exaggeratedly nodding his head, right? I was like, okay, so this is not going to work. And, you know, then we were asking, I was like, can you speak English, blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, I can speak English. And then we spoke too much English because, you know, we're fluent at this point. And then he started, like, he didn't understand at some point. And then we were like, okay, where are you from, really, right? Because we never knew, like, maybe he's a tourist or maybe he's a German, we don't know, right? And then he's like, I'm from China. And we're like, ni hao ma? Like, how are you, etc., right? And I was like, I was about to say, like, was it with Sauni ma or something like that? Sauni ma. And stuff, and like clearly that didn't work because like why would you tell the two Asians that you clearly think are Chinese that you are Chinese, because now they would start speaking Chinese. Like, my friend is Korean, she could have just started speaking Korean, he probably wouldn't have known, right? And I could have just spoken Vietnamese because, you know, like in one way it kind of sounds similar enough, and not that they'd be able to tell, right? And then we shut that down really quick. And there was like, you know, I didn't want to let him go. I didn't want to let him off the hook easily. So at some point I was like, we know you're German, quit playing games, you know, right? And I was like, and you're like, fine, you know, and I don't know. I was like, okay, so what did you do wrong? You know, like, do you understand what you did wrong? Like, what you have to change, etc.? And then he was like, yeah, he's like, so I should stop banging on people's doors? And he kept asking it, phrasing it like it was a question, right? Like the intonation would go upwards, inflection at the end would go up. And I'd be like, was that a question? Is there anything that's unclear or something? Like, what do you not understand, right? And then he keeps trying to get different answers in hopes of me changing my mind or letting him off the hook, right? But every time, I don't know whether he was stupid or something, but he'd constantly be like, he'd like inflect upwards at the end of a sentence, and in German that means it's a question. So I kept asking him, like, why do you keep asking questions? Is it so hard? Like, are you... I was so close to ask him, like, are you stupid? But and I'm like, you're the German kid. You know, we are technically the immigrants. You should be able to speak better German than us. You know, like, you should know how to make a statement rather than a question, right? And clearly he was probably just confused at this point because I kept grilling him like that. You can't do that with teenagers, but he was just 11. He was just 11. I was 15 years older than him. I have a little brother. I know these games. I've played these games before, right? And yeah, so he was like, man, like, what do you even want? Like, how do you even want to phrase it? And I was like, yeah, I see. I know exactly what kind of games you're trying to play just to get me to get me off of your back. No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna play it your way, you little shit, right? And I was like, and then, you know, we had a little bit of stare off. I was like, you know, you should know. And then he just kept quiet, right? And I like, okay, imagine me. Okay, I gotta show you what I was wearing. I was basically already in my pajamas, right? I was just wearing this Hawaiian t-shirt. Mind you, okay, I was wearing this like Hawaiian t-shirt. It's black too, right? I was in shorts. My legs, okay, my legs are thick and stubby, okay? I look like a mom. Like an Asian mom with like my little and then I've got like tiny feet, so I genuinely look like this, right? And I was in slippers too. I genuinely just look like a big sister or like a mom, right? And my friend was even worse. I think she had like jogging pants on, and then she had like this ugly Christmas sweater from Lidl. She had like an ugly Christmas sweater, like ugly Lidl Christmas sweater. It's amazing, honestly. But I think he'll be traumatized by that brand for a while. So funny, right? And then basically, we were just having a stare off, and my feet were starting to quiver, right? I was like, oh, I hope this kid does not notice. I hope he doesn't notice, right? And then even my lips started to quiver because I suck at stare offs, okay? I can't do stare offs. I cannot be staring. I can't be like doing a staring contest. If you don't mind me asking, how tall are you? Oh, I'm like 1.67 meters. And then I think the kid was probably like a head or two ahead. He was a head shorter than me for sure. So I'm like, you guys have Lidl in Germany too? I thought Lidl was from Germany, but never mind, I guess. So yeah, we do. We absolutely do have Lidl in Germany. Yeah, but basically we were just having the staring contest, and I was starting to quiver, and I was like, I turned to my friend because I was trying to hide the quivering, so I was starting to talk to him like, friend, I'm really, you know, I'm really angry. Like, I'm genuinely a little angry. And she's like, I'm really angry, right? Like, she was so angry. She was like fuming, right? I was like, I don't know. I'm British, so maybe that's it. It could be. I don't know, right? And she was like, I'm fuming. And I was like, because at this point, the kid kind of shut down. So I was like, you know what, Maria? Friend, I think we should go and, you know, we should take him to his parents. Or option number 2 is we could take him to the reception. What will it be, right? So we turn to the kid again. We're like, what will it be? Will you take us to your parents, or will you take us to the reception? Like, what's your room number? And he gave, and then he said like, oh yeah, my room number is like 333 or something like that. And I was looking at him. And in my mind, I didn't even know, but like my intuition just said that, like, that's probably a lie. I was like, that's probably a lie. I don't know what it was, but just I don't know, just intuition said that's a lie. It's so stupid, right? So we're like, all right, let's go then. So we enter the elevator. Right? Remember, the kid cannot just escape. So we enter the elevator. We go down 1 floor. Oh, mind you, in the whole time where we also had the staring contest, there were other customers coming, like from the other elevator, and they walked past us. They looked inside. You know, no one said anything. They just like kept walking. They were like, oh, minding their own business. And I love that. For that situation, I loved it. Okay. So we're down on the third floor. We got out and we're like, all right, take us to your room. You know, like, take us. Like, what you waiting for? We're waiting. And again, this is another floor where he cannot escape. He cannot run anywhere except back into the elevator to get somewhere else. So at this point, I think he's starting to feel a little trapped, right? Because he can't just like run away through the hallways. There's no stairs anywhere. The only way up or down is through the elevator. He cannot just like run back into the elevator and close it because we'll be faster. We'll just keep the door open, and then he's still stuck with us, right? And then after that, we can just take him to the reception, and then he can run for real. Like, he's genuinely stuck at this point, I think. My friend still fuming. She was like we to like, I don't know, go off on him, but I tried to keep her down. I was like, no, let me handle this. Let me do the questioning. You know, like we're playing bad cop, good cop at this point. And he was starting to get like feeling cornered, and you know, it was like from his point of view, he was like starting to sigh. I was like, could you like, I'm sorry. Could we like not do this anymore? I'm feeling really embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, oh, are you? Right? My friend was like, oh, really? Who would have thought? This is like, you brought this upon yourself. I was like, no, like, take it easy. I'm like, but she's right. You know, you did bring it upon yourself. Do you realize how late it is? How old are you even? And that's when he told us he's 11. I was like, because it's late. It's like almost 12 a.m. It was almost 12 a.m. So I was like, it's really late. I was like, do your parents not care that you're out so late? Because my parents would have never let me even like out of the room. It would have been bedtime. And either like the only time we would have been out past bedtime would be if we were in the group. You know, higher survival chances. But other than that, no. Never. And because they're also like very responsible, and they're like, no, like my kid needs to behave and etc. Right? Need to be supervised. And clearly the kid wasn't. So I was like, do your parents not care about you or something? Like, why do they just let you run around like this? Right? And then he's like, I don't know, I think he started apologizing on his own because like, yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this to you and the other people. And we're like, the other people? Who else did you do? And he's like, yeah, I banged on like another few doors. And a friend of mine, she's so, like, not another friend, but like the friend that was with me, she was like, she's so sweet because she kept saying like, he keeps knocking on people's doors. It was not knocking, it was banging on people's doors, okay? Like full force. And then yeah, I was like, all right, now take us to your real room. Clearly this is not your floor, right? And he's like, yeah, my parents are asleep though. I'm like, that's okay, we can wake them up, it'll be fine, we'll just visit, you know? And like, your parents would they be proud of you? Would they get angry with you? And he's like, yeah, they would and stuff. And anyways, we went back upstairs again. Who would have thought? The 333 room was a lie, indeed. Alright, so we went up. We went to the door. Like, he led us to a door. He put in the code. Right, so that was indeed his door. And now we know where he lives. He opened the door and the parents were watching TV or something, but you know, we didn't start beef or anything with them. We just let him go in and we're like, alright, good night, kiddo. Sleep well. Don't disturb other people. And it's kind of funny because, I don't know, like if I was with my brother or something, anyone else, they would have probably, you know, gotten his hands on him. Right, but I was like, I kind of want to teach him a lesson, but I don't, you know, I kind of want to teach him a lesson, but I also don't want to, you know, make him learn things where it's like, oh, I should just not get caught. Right? It could be that he's still taking it that way, but I feel like he might have felt shameful enough to not try it again. And honestly, he was lucky that we were so lenient. But I was talking to my friend about it, and he was like, I think I would have like grabbed him and like shaken him really hard to teach him a lesson. Because like, yes, the way you're handling it, Milk, like the gentle parenting style is, the way you did it was probably correct for something like family members or like a son. But if it's about stranger danger, it might be like, it might have been too lenient because kids don't realize how dangerous it could actually be messing with strangers, because you never know who's behind the door. And that's why other people also said like, yeah, that's why one of the rules was to only ever knock once. Don't try it twice, because the second time people might be ready to grab you. like not kidnap you, but like grab you and like whoop your ass. You know? So yeah, I was like, you know what, maybe I should have given him a little bit of a like a stricter discipline. Because I feel like for stranger danger, it should honestly traumatize you a little bit, so you don't try these things again. But that could also be just like from a male person's perspective. But I kind of agree. Like in terms of stranger danger, you should like honestly really learn a lesson. So even if it's a little like it feels a little extreme, I feel like in the long run it might, you know, like in that sense fear might be okay. Like fear so you don't start any trouble. Because I was worried, right? I never needed the trauma since I was a child. Yeah, that's fine, of course. But I was thinking, if I get too violent, all he will learn is that the stronger person wins. So I was like, I didn't want to teach him that it's okay to do this to people who are weaker than you. Right? Or it's like, yeah, I don't know. Right? It's like where they like start feeling comfortable doing it to women because they're more lenient. And they don't try it with men because they know the men would get a little bit more violent. Like fairy tales from back in the day. Yeah. So I was like, honestly, I don't know what the correct answer would be. But yeah, my friend was so angry. She was so angry, and then she was like, man, because we had coworkers that were parents already, and she's like, man, they would have handled it so well. I'm so sad that I cannot be like them. Like I was not in control of my emotions. I thought that was so cute. She's a very cute person. I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm like too much of an older sister. She's a younger sister, right? And I was like, I think it's probably because I'm the oldest sister, and I think kids at this point are just funny. I've gone through this with my little brother, and now I look at it, I was like, oh my god, another little brother. It's so funny seeing the psychological tactics that they were trying to pull, but it was so clumsy because they're so young and they cannot play these games. I think in the end I'm still satisfied with the conclusion that we went to, but we were lucky that the kid gave in so quickly, and that the situation was what it was, where he couldn't escape, where he could only escape through the elevator and didn't know about the exits, right? So he did end up being trapped with us, just following him around. There was no way he could escape two girls who are also like a head taller than him, both of them, right? Even though not like both my friend and I, we're like so unfit. We're not healthy at all. No, she's healthy, but like we're so untrained, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that was really funny. I was like, I'm still laughing about that kid. I'm like, it was so funny just watching him squirm and trying to weasel his way out of this situation. And I'm like, I never expected to see this in action ever again. I thought I was through with it. Okay, let me get back to drawing. But yeah, it was honestly, the weekend was pretty eventful, so that was good. It was fun. It was a good experience. Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to doing more con stuff. But then also I feel like even though I don't draw that bad, I feel like it's not very commercial. That's 6 times. It was intense too, what the heck? We're a month behind, by the way, in terms of sneezes. I gotta sneeze more. 7 times! Damn, okay, wait, hold on. Properties. It's 24. What a lucky number. Such a useful skill. I don't even know if it's a talent. It's a useless talent that I possess. A talent nonetheless, I guess, but a useless one, for sure. Let me turn off the bangs. Questions. Second. A little bit of this going on. Just laying down the hairline and stuff. I recently started using Tumblr and posted some of my drawings. Then someone asked me if I could do a commission for them, but I'm not sure what to do. Question. I mean, I would probably ask about the conditions, like what type of commission it is that they want you to make, and like what they're imagining the deliverables and stuff to be, and then you can decide based on that. Because it might look a little bit suspicious, but you can still do commissions via PayPal. You can send them an invoice, a PayPal invoice and stuff. You don't have to do, like, you don't have to sign up to VGen or something. It's convenient, but they also do take a bunch of fees. If you don't do it very commercially, if you only do a commission occasionally, it's still fine to do it via PayPal. Directly through that. Oh. So I'd probably do that. And then just send them an invoice. You know, if they do a cashback, or what's it called? You know, if they want to return the money and scam you. Like, just document everything. Just document all of the interactions that you have and the contract and stuff. You just need, like, a proper TOS and stuff. Oh, maybe don't use this. Keep this as simple as possible. Always looks a little messy. Like this. ear. I'll do an ear. This is the front part, so you can move that, and then this is probably I wanna draw Kim Soto. I wanna draw Kim Soto. Ah! Do you watch Eurovision? Is it time already? Wait, when is it time already? As a Brit and as a German, we are always the lowest place. That is the one thing we can hold hands for on, okay? Great Britain and Germany, we're always like the lowest place for some fucking reason. Sometimes even when the songs aren't bad, but it's like we're really bad at performing. Germany always tries to play it safe. We're always trying to be like nice. The one time where they actually got a Harajuku girl, you know, they gave her the most boring-ass song. She had a great voice. She could have done amazingly, but then they just gave her like a boring-ass ballad. And it was like, damn. We're disappointed. So she ended up like last place or something. The poor 16-year-old girl. I think she was my age too. At that point, I was like, bruh, right? And then the Brits, you know, we always fight for the last place. So we can hold hands for that. Hi, Aiko. Dropping in to say hi. Can't hear anything right now because I'm in the car with the family. Let me write. Hi, Aiko. There we go. Don't waste your data on us. Do not waste your data on stream. Shoo! If I had hands, I would shoo you away. Those are bangs. What else do we need? We need whatever this is. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I swear that was like a trick to drawing braids. We're locked in tonight, right? I hope so. There you go. That is our state. I feel like this I should probably just paint. Probably better off being painted and then adding line art later. I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I still have to take off my makeup as well. You know what's really funny? So I met this friend, right? This friend is also Vietnamese. Right? And I was basically going over to his house to test out a new printer and stuff and help him with stuff, figuring out some printing settings, which is not too difficult. But I was also curious to test his to test that new printer and stuff. And technically, the printer quality is good. It has a few like shortcomings, but for most prints it should be fine. You just need to figure out the settings on it, I guess, like the color settings, and that should be okay. Yeah, but his mom was home, she made food and stuff, and I tried it. It was good. It was really good food, right? And she's kind of cute, but it's so funny because Vietnamese moms love me. I don't know why, but they love me. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit of like an enabler. Oh, I'm a mom enabler and they love me for that. So fucking funny. I'm telling you, I'd be a, I don't know, I don't think I would be a good daughter-in-law. But I make good first impressions on moms. Only with the older generation. We're the cute guys from this generation, from my generation. I keep wrapping around like the moms around my finger. So yeah, I don't know. Daddy's princess, but very popular with the mother-in-laws. What do I feel about it? I don't know yet. But it is a thing. It is a thing. The guy was getting a little like agitated. He's like, "Mom, don't do this. No, don't talk to her. Stay normal, please. Behave." Like, huh. Apparently she does like sometimes, you know, she plays little games. Just like mom does. She's not subtle about it, I guess. But she's kind of cute. She's kind of cute. But I feel like all moms are kind of cute at that point. Well, not all moms are cute, I guess. If I've heard of some stories where it's like, no, I'm gonna beat your mom. But this mom was like cute in the Asian way. You know, like an old Asian auntie. My family, for some reason, believes I have a secret boyfriend. I don't even talk to any boys. That's so funny. Meanwhile, my family is like, she'd be too dense to even realize someone's into her. And I think I am. Because this guy, like, he was talking to me, he was explaining things to me. And he's like, yeah, you're a bit of an exception, you know? Like, I never really behaved that way. And I was sitting there, I was like, wait, so me carrying a suitcase was weird? I still don't understand what he was trying to say. Like, was he trying to say that my aura is so comfortable that he's like, oh yeah, I can chat up? I was like, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Or did he just feel like it went like one way and was like, oh my god? Or does he think it was like kind of fateful? I don't know. I don't know. Is it, or was he like, oh, I thought you were so attractive that my brain kind of went auto mode? I don't know. But our first meeting was basically me carrying my convention suitcase out of the parking lot. And he was like, oh, you're gonna carry that by hand? I think that was like something that he said. I didn't really quite like get it. To me, it was, in my POV, it was just like a little bit like of a commentary, you know? And he's like, no, I usually don't do that. It could be anyone. I usually don't talk to people, but I feel like on that day. Yeah, I don't know. But I was still sitting, like, he was trying to explain something to me and I didn't get it. In case he was trying to not flirt with me, in case he was like trying to explain to me that people might think I would be attractive in real life. I don't think I got it. It's so funny. It's so funny. I have no clue. I have no clue what he was trying to say. All I got from it, like my conclusion is like, oh, sorry, I was weird for trying to carry my suitcase instead of like pulling it. Got it. Got it. I won't do that again. I'll try to be normal. A normal damsel in distress. Could it be like looking at your phone too much? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, it could be something like that. My family thought I was in a secret relationship because of that. I'm in a secret relationship with Kim Sodom. He doesn't know about it. But I do. Kim Sodom doesn't know I'm in a relationship with him. Just kidding. Oh my god, you know those fangirls? Those delusional fangirls? Oh, I don't know. They are scary, but it's also like, it's also wild how delulu some people can be. There's like this one TikTok of this person, right? This girl, she went to some concert. And she was like, it was like fate. We locked eyes. He saw me in the crowd. He was looking at my side. And when she shows like footage, I was like, I don't know if he looked your way. Honestly, girl, I don't know. And she's like, yeah, we looked eyes and he knows and we're like together. It's fate. I was like, I don't even think he knows about you, girl. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, do people need that? Are they sick? Is it a mental illness? Like, is a screw loose? I don't know if we can tighten that screw, but you know, it's like, is that normal? Is that delusional? Or is it like trauma based? Like, what's wrong? No, it's because I keep wanting to stay late at school, apparently. Ooh, what are you doing? Staying late at school. That is a little bit weird. Okay, I have to rethink this part. This one really will be a short stream. For sure, for sure. This time I'll be Cinderella. I'll be Cinderella. I'll hop off. I'll hop off before 12. I was so tired. I guess because of those stereotypical movies and shows, you know? Yeah, probably. I mean, oftentimes, if you stay out late, it's because you get along with someone and you hang out with them. Like, if you stay out for no reason, or like, if they cannot explain, it's like, oh, could be that there's like another person. For half term, we were making sculptures and I was extremely behind. Like, we had 4 weeks to make it and I only actually started making it a week for— That's crazy. Yeah, that would explain why we would stay late, but you know, the others usually don't really know about that. I think I'm adding this to the back. This should be a strand. Should be a strand. I feel like I want this on one piece. it's okay to keep it this way. Oh, pretty. Thank you, thank you. Wanna be put next to him? Hi Ace, your little brother is going to be... He's going to be taller than you. Sorry. He's going to be a little taller than you. But it's okay. It's always like that. The younger siblings are always a little taller. Okay, wait, I'm getting a brother? Oh yeah. We're in the works. Yes. Yala. Yeah, I'm excited too. See, I really wanted to focus on this commission this month. But then I got a job. I was like, you know what? I could try this freelancing thing. You know, I could try living off of freelance and then also like maybe doing conventions and stuff. But now I got a job. So now I'm back to living regular life. It's good that I earn money. But I was like, I will never know what my full pace and capacity will be working on like VTuber art. Oof, employee debuff for sure. I was like, man, like could it not have waited for a month? Now I have a normal job. To be fair, the greatest part about this job is that it's a 4-day work week. A 4-day work week is amazing, guys. Like you can get so much done. You're still productive within that like 4 days, within those 4 days, obviously. But like you feel so much better just having 4 days of week. It is crazy how beneficial it is. Like I got the whole like Friday off and I can work on stuff, which obviously I'm not maximizing the potential of it yet. But just like having one extra day on the weekend is so nice for stuff like commissions. Because even if I don't do it on Friday is my rest day, I can use Saturday to the fullest. To just get a lot of work done. And then on Sundays, right? On Sundays, I'll be back to like preparing for actual work on Monday and stuff. Like, oh, if I did anything, I would do studies. So I think what I'm gonna do when I'm actually going back to school, I might ask the office that I'm gonna work at. I'm like, yeah, I know we have a 40-day work week. I don't think I can do it the first year. But I'll ask if it's possible to maybe do 4.5 days. Right, so I do like an hour more or like 2 hours more. But only if it's possible. Like if everyone leaves after 8 hours and they're like closing the office and I'm still there for two more hours, I don't think I can do it. But I would try to suggest doing a 4-day work week so I can have Fridays off. I would love to use it more for commissions or like personal art. But it is possible if you only do 32 hours a week, but if you do 40 hours a week, that's gonna be rough. 10 hours a day, but I feel like I'm better at doing 10 hours of work because I'm the type of person who gets the most productive at the end of a work day, weirdly enough. Like it takes a while for me to get into the flow. So the longer the days, the better it is for me. Yeah, maybe I can ask in like the 2nd or 3rd year if I could. But that also means I have to deliver. I have to perform well. Which I feel like I'm gonna fail. Right. Let's see. I kind of want to do the braid a little later. I'm gonna delete this. See. Hi Mitsuna. How you doing? Oh shit. Fine. It'll be short. I'm just doing a few lines. I'll try to get the hair done. Take too long. I was yapping a lot. This should just be like, I should time box myself. This should just take an hour at most because, you know, this is just for mapping out. I'm not even rendering yet. Just to get cleaner shapes. I already did this. I'm so tired. What the heck? So tired. I don't want to keep saying this, but like, it's so bad right now. What the heck? Yeah. I just could keep my eyes closed, but unfortunately, it's like I don't have X-ray vision. I would just like, I wish I could just keep my eyes closed and keep drawing, you know, like keep seeing through my eyes, which would be a pretty bad thing if it happened. But you know, I don't know. I just want my eyes to rest. Like I need them closed, but I also need them open. Like functional. I want my cake. I want to have my cake and eat it as well. I want to eat my cake and have it as well. It's been such a long time. I've only recently learned how this idiom actually works. Like wanting to have your cake and also eat it, wanting to eat your cake and also have it. Like you want to keep your cake. You want to eat your cake and also keep it, which is impossible. The cat overlords are starting to feed on humans, huh? Mitsuna, are you managing? I'm trying my best. One of the cute parts about Mitsuna is how she always just gets to the point in the way she types and speaks. It's so cute. I'm trying my best. Dot. Period. No drama, just facts. I wonder if the rigger can glue these parts together. Unfortunately, the hair is a little messy. So I don't know if you can separate it in a way where it's like very natural and stuff. So I feel like some things probably don't feel like they have a lot of depth. That's just how it's going to be, I think. Oh my god. Will I be able to make it? Will I be able to take my makeup off? I should be able to. But I also just want to lay down. Just close my eyes on the couch and maybe worry about my makeup later. Makeup and skincare. I feel like my tolerance for low sleep has gotten really low recently. I didn't end up being able to take the nap that I wanted to because I kept talking. So I'm still operating on 3 hours of sleep. But I've only been up for 13 hours, for like 12 hours. So not too long. Oh yeah, about the bandolier, I'm struggling so hard to put actual parts together coherently. Oh, interesting. Well, not interesting. It's difficult, obviously. I don't like. I'll see if I have time. I mean, you can probably still send me the parts. Oh, I wish I was a better concept artist. See, a friend of mine could probably put them together better, you know, but I'm not a concept artist. Like, if you showed me the parts and what they did, maybe I could think of something. Like, we can brainstorm it together tomorrow or something. I might scroll through Pinterest for a bit and be like, take this from this from this. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine, Ace. That's how concept art and stuff works anyways. So if you do that, that's honestly perfect. That's all that I would be doing too. It's just a bit of a skill to find good references. And I think you honestly have pretty good skills when it comes to that. Like, your references are always really good. Yeah, I noticed the difference in just like reference searching when I was doing an art test. I was struggling so hard to find good references for nice concepts, right? Because they were asking for a concept for this like gameplay element. And I was trying to find, so it was like a lock or something. And I was like, okay, let's try finding some different objects maybe where I can, you know, transfer the mechanics to. In the end, the lock was the perfect carrier vessel basically for the concept and the gameplay. So, you know, once we had that figured out, we were just trying to look at references for the locks and how to design it and stuff. I was struggling. I didn't find any good ones. And then I was like, okay, I've been struggling with this for too long, like 15 hours. I've spent 15 hours in it. With this, I need to prepare for the convention at the weekend and also send off this art test before then. And I've also already spent like 2 days just doing the concepts. This is ridiculous. Like, I still need to model and like mock it up and everything, right? Model, texture, the element, and you know, make mock-ups and stuff. Like, please help me. You know, sometimes for artists, just ask your friends. You know, you just want to get the job. You'll do fine at the job, but sometimes you need a little bit of push. And so we were just like sitting in a call, 3 artists, trying to get one artist like art test through. I love girls. Okay, we do it like that sometimes, right? So they workshopped it with me. By the time I asked them, I was like, I'm taking too long, just take a look at this and stuff. And they were like, yeah, you know what, this, because both of them were concept artists, they have a better eye for this. I'm not a concept artist. They had a better eye, and they're like, you know what, like, it all looks great, it's just a little too complicated and doesn't, you know, it's not punchy enough. And they looked up, they just looked at Pinterest for less than an hour, and they immediately pulled out like the perfect references. I think that's crazy. I've been struggling so hard for this, and these two, they just opened Pinterest, bam, and you get the reference. It's a skill. I'm telling you, it's a skill. Genuinely, it's a skill. And then they just like, they just make it seem so easy. They're like, it's nothing special. You know, I was like, no, it's vocabulary, it's a way of thinking that is something that only you can do. And that is why you're a concept artist, because I am not. Clearly, I can't do it. Right? And they didn't even realize it, that it was such a skill to have to find good references and stuff. And, you know, tasteful references as well. And looking at the right words. I was like, yeah, it's a skill. Like, appreciate it. Appreciate what you have. Anyways, oh yeah. Yeah, I'll send some stuff soon. Okay. Yeah, no rush. As you can see, I'm not out of work. See, it was like I was lining up commissions as well. I was lining up commissions and conventions, and then suddenly I had a job. It's like, what? Literally had a job the week I went to the convention. I was like, oh shit. Like a job a week earlier, I think. And yeah, and because I still had stuff to do, you know, I was like, I already used up a few favors, like leaving early and stuff. Yeah, I gotta make up for it. But apparently my pace, my speed is okay. So they're like, oh yeah, we're still on track. We're still on track. It might get a little bit tight. Next week I just have to finish up doing all the textures. So, but I think the base should be decent. So I have enough to show. So let's see. So on Monday, I probably just need to, I think it needs to be done next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll just probably spend those 3 days texturing everything. Thursday, we'll probably just need to set it up and do the final touches. And then maybe I'll have to work on Friday as well. I feel like it should be okay. I love using Pinterest for graphic design ideas. Built my own game overlay pretty quick with that. Yeah, that's still really good though. Like, graphic design is not my passion, so I try to keep it minimalistic, so it looks a little boring. I actually need to update my stuff too. Actually, I don't know. I kind of want to go for a little bit more. I love teal. Maybe for streams it's okay, but you know, for my art booths and stuff, I want to go for a little bit more like a cleaner white and blue vibe. I know for milk, people always use like the sky blue, the light blue, the baby blue and white combination is very cute, but I feel like it's kind of overdone. It's getting a little annoying, so I want a little bit more contrast. I'm working, I ran out of business cards, out of the free business cards, so I'm just using some old art to make some new business cards, so I'm just using this one. I was like, oh, that fit pretty well. I'll just have to add some more texture around it. It's just this. I'll just do something like this. It's very simple. Yeah. I don't know, graphic design is not my passion. That's okay. I don't want to do anything. I just want to do something simple. I like it clean. Like a friend of mine is always, she's also trying to send me suggestions for my booth. Every time, like, these are great ideas, but then also I'm like, it's a little too messy. I'm like, it usually comes with the problems of either obstructing the view or something. Or, you know, it's like, yeah, this will work great on a merge table, but maybe not on a print space table. Maybe I actually have to switch over to just doing the setup with the photo stands, you know, where you have these huge thingies and then you just hang your prints from them. But I don't usually like this setup. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, I feel like I'm starting to have a little too little space with my prints. Possibly. I need to make a sign as well. Like a proper sign. I kind of want lights on my booth as well, like a neon sign. So many things to work on. Oh my god, I forgot. I said I'm gonna pass out, but I still wanted to edit. I wanted to prepare the speed paint. Fuck. Fuck! I'm a little cooked. And then the ponytail. I feel like, should we put the ponytail in multiple layers? I think so. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a slow person, like a slow worker. Maybe I'll go sleep. Should I sleep? Should I sleep? Should I push a little bit more? Wait, let me check. See if there's an update. There is! Wait, hold on. Hold on, am I imagining? Am I There is! Oh my god. There's an update. Ghost Story gotta work. Oh, I gotta read that. Not now, but maybe later. Later. Wow. I don't know if you've seen, but I've updated. I've updated my screen stuff. My home screen to Kim Sodom. I'm super happy. Turned out great. It's amazing. I don't know if this needs to be a second layer. I'll just do it. Just because I can. I feel like this should be one big shape, but I wonder if it would be possible. Separate them into smaller parts. So I don't think it is possible. This back shape should be big, and then whatever's in front, that should have a little bit of movement. Oh yeah, wait, hold on, this. Maybe I'll try doing the thing where you separate the line art layers and you put it in the back. I don't think I was able to do that for Ace's model. Because of the... like, I don't know if I can do it for this model as well, but I think it might be an issue with me. I think it didn't work out quite as nicely because my lines were a little fuzzy. I just remember it looking weird, so I just went for the full painterly look. So everything can just stay in one layer, but it might lack a little bit of complexity overall. This as well, maybe I should add a little bit more complexity, but we'll see. 20 more minutes. I'll do a Cinderella on you. Also, I ordered a new jacket. I've been eyeing for quite a long time. 2 of them. I spent so much money so quickly. But maybe I can dress up a little bit for conventions in the future. I'll just make that my uniform. I didn't buy the inside dress, but maybe I can just make do of like a heart-shaped tube top. Or a mandarin collar style. Sure, but we'll see. I'm leaving for now. Bye, have fun. Bye bye. Bye bye. You know what's really funny? I really appreciate graphic designs. You know, or like typography designs. I have no sense. I genuinely have no sense for it. Even though the same principles of composition still apply, kinda. It just, you know, the shapes. Maybe they're too anorganic and I cannot make sense of them. It's so much more difficult somehow. I don't know if I want this here in the back like this. It feels like it could be a little distracting one. We'll just shape it like that. We won't need it, but you know. So, what else do we have left? This is just for the head. I'll just try to block everything out. Ear, bangs, brows. We should do the head first. I think it's closed. Just 1 pixel maybe? I guess it doesn't even need that, but... So can I choose... Now we invert it. And now I feel like it should be fine. Wait, hold on. Just get the skin color a bit more pinkish. Yeah, maybe it's okay to. Oh, okay. I see the way you need to do it so that it stays sharp or something. So we got this. Okay, that's open. Great, I love it. I love when my lines are open. It's open, this is open. See, I feel like I shouldn't care. I'll just do it like this. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've missed more updates. But then also, the last weekend was so eventful, I kind of forgot what happened before that. The weekend before, I was streaming, right? I was streaming the angel drawing that was rushing. In the end, I was like, honestly, I was satisfied with the way it came out. I was a little surprised that it did well on Twitter, since it's a original piece of art. And usually Twitter is just very fandom based, so original art kind of does badly. So I was surprised. And then, you know, I was trying to send it off to the printer. And in the end, I didn't even need it all that much. But, yeah. I got some nice prints out of it. Oh, they also, like... There was, like, a misprint. There was... In misprinted, it, like, put a whole little, like... How do you say? There was this... The stripe across the whole drawing. So I was like, damn, that's unusable. So yeah, I couldn't use those as a print, and I ended up having to print them myself.
So that was a little unfortunate. It wasn't, overall it wasn't like a big deal. I forgot what I wanted to say. I forgot where I wanted to go with this. Holy shit. I'll just think about it later. This one. But I don't think I can edit. I don't think I can edit it. To do tomorrow. I kinda want to have a tablet that I can use on the sofa. So I don't have to get to my desk and draw. Or maybe I should get myself a chair that is more comfortable to sit at the desk. Like, I don't want a gaming chair, those are too bulky, but I kind of need a wide chair. Or maybe I need a wider desk. It's kind of hard to lay down and draw. I think that's a problem. I can draw comfortably enough. I want to draw laying down almost. Chair that is memory foam is nice. I kinda need a sofa at my desk, but with the functionality of a desk chair. Hi Mai, by the way. Hi. That's a problem. You don't have a sofa that can also move like up and down, left to side, like a sofa that is on rollers. That is what I need. But we don't get that, do we? Okay, princess. No, that's true. That's true. You know, the best chair that I ever had, and it was like an expensive chair too, and my dad sold it to a friend of his. It was like one of those like really thick, you know, those like director chairs. Like those motherfuckers. It was like pure leather as well. It was soft leather. It was really soft fucking leather. It was so huge. I forgot how it was like set up. I think it had kind of this setup, right? And it was like so big, so big, so big, so great. I wish I could do a Trump voice. I can't. Imagine that, right? And it could lay down really low. You could probably sleep on it. Like, and it like went down a lot even just by leaning back, and it was so smooth. Oh my god, it was amazing. Right, so I was drawing like this. Imagine this is the desk. Yeah, I was drawing like this. I was just laying down, and then my feet were on some boxes. You know? It was amazing. And I need that. I need that again. And the thing is, it's so wide. It was so wide. I think I was just this size. And as you know, I'm like 167. I'm like 5'6" actually. Like this, I think. Right, I could sit cross-legged really comfortably. My chair's a little like tighter. I can still sit cross-legged, but it's not as comfortable. Right? It was amazing. But I also think my desk like depth is not deep enough to actually like get close enough. Cause now if I stretch out my legs, there's like this 20 centimeter gap when I sit. Right, so I can't do the laying down technique. I have to lay down like this. I have to be like a frog. If I want to lay down, I have to sit like this to draw. So stupid. But I can do it. But it's a ridiculous pose. I'm basically like this. Imagine this is the Hita, okay? This is the Hita. I have to lay like this to be close enough to draw on my tablet while laying down. So you're just dog emote? Wait, what? What emote? You just dog emote of yourself? Oh yeah. Yeah, like the lazy dog? Yeah, that's me. Yeah. The lazy dog. Yeah, the lazy dog. Eating chips. Yeah, that's me. For sure. For sure, there's no question about it. I know I'm like second in line for Wrath Incarnate. And you might not realize it, I'm actually not a wrathful person. Like, no anger. I don't have a lot of anger in me. When it comes out, you should know it's actually really bad when it comes out. But yeah. I'm the least angry person, actually. I'm the laziest person, for sure. Yeah. No, genuinely. If I get angry or like frustrated and loud, it is pretty bad. Because I don't usually do that. Case in point, the kiddo that kept banging on the doors at the hotel. We just test your patience, you sure do. With all the love in the world, you guys do. But yeah, it just happens. It's like people go through stuff. I need to be patient, you know? Yeah. But like stuff with the kiddo, for example, people that are obnoxious, usually I don't, you know, I don't really care all that much. I'm like, they should do their stuff. Oh, mild annoyance. So even though, you know, like recently I've been very like Ori. Oh, Ori? The guy from Tamon. Right? In terms of reality, I feel like I'm closer to Keito in reality. But you know. Ori would have been great if he didn't have those stupid inferiority complexes. And those annoy me. Those kind of ruin the character for me, but okay. Otherwise, he can be so cute. He can be cute, but just like get rid of those inferiority complexes. Only they're so unnecessary. We don't have to play this game. Ugh. Like, you're turning ugly because of those. Perfect as he is. Hush, we love him. It's a good flaw? I don't know. I don't like the way he's taking it out. Does it make sense? It's okay to have that flaw. I don't like the way he's taking it out on people. That's my problem with him. Bangs left, bangs right. Bangs top. Oh, what's this? There's no object to transform? Okay. As a celeb, it makes sense. And doubt anyone ever taught him how to actually handle it. Yeah, I know. It's all very understandable. I still don't like it. I still don't like how he deals with it. And for example, I don't think I've been taught. Like, I've never been taught how to not be jealous or something. Does it make sense? But I personally, I would never act like that. Even if I hadn't been taught. Does that make sense? So I'm like, bro, please think a little bit. Don't act on your impulses. That's okay. It's okay. He's a feeler, I guess. He's feeling stuff. Big feelings. Big feelings. Our little guy. Yeah. Yo, no. I think I'm too old. It might genuinely just be an age question. I might just be too old for this. I'm so old, Mai. I feel so old, like an old lady. My friend, he was like, you're turning 28 this year. I'm like, no, I'm not 28. Bro, I'm 2 years younger. People always, weirdly enough, They always guess I'm older. But I'm also like a weird person. On one hand, they're like, oh yeah, you've been looking the same for the last 5 years. But then also you look like 28. I'm like, yeah, great. Great, thank you. So I've been looking old for the past 5 years. Thank you very much. But then also they do say like, oh yeah, you still look young. I'm like, bro, you know, like on one hand, they're like, yeah. You look like you've been getting younger. But you still look 28. I'm like, can you decide? Like, can we pick a struggle, please? Also, Mitsuna, you're so lucky because they revealed Kai's B-side early for anime watchers. Well, aged milk, thank you. You know that aged milk just turned sour? I spoil. We don't turn into yogurt. There needs to be yogurt. There need to be yogurt cultures to turn into yogurt. If not, we just go sour. Yep. Because with the episodes we have left, we wouldn't have gotten his B-side. Interesting. That's kind of cute. Rintaro? Wait, Kai or Rintaro? Wait, what's the yellow guy? What's his name? Wait, do they tell him to shut up? Like, is he so quiet because they told him to shut up? It's like, you look great, you've got great potential, but we need to shut you up. Like, don't open your mouth. The moment you open your mouth, it's over. Like, your image is ruined. Is that how they treat him? No, because he has the dark, mysterious body build. Oh, okay. Okay, so he's just playing along too. Okay, I would have thought it would be funnier if he was made to shut up. You know how in Nozaki-kun, Sena or something? I forgot her name. The Lorelei, the singer, the opera singer, the bully. The bully lady. I love her. Honestly, I love her. I don't even know if she's a bully, but you know, I think she could be. She's a menace. I don't think she's a bully. I think she's a menace. Okay. the girl that sings really well. You know, they tell her to shut up. just let her talent speak. As long as she doesn't speak normally. If she's performing, she's not allowed to speak. I think that was great. That was amazing. Because she's such a menace otherwise. Obviously, we don't need to copy it, but you know. I kinda, you know what? I love Nozaki-kun. They're great with their characters, honestly. It's fun. But have you not watched it? It's great. Wait, hold on. It's so fun, actually. Nozaki-kun. Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. I think monthly. Yeah, monthly. Monthly girls. Nozaki-kun. Wait. The couples are really cute too. Wait, let me see some. High quality. Thank you. What the fuck? Open image in new tab. This lady. She's a bit of a tomboy. Honestly, all of the girls are very lively. Sakura is the only girly girl. She's still girly, but like still a menace. She's clearly like a... Both of these are tomboys, honestly. Kashima is clearly a girl as well. I love that they went for Kashima as clearly a girl rather than like, oh, she looks like a prince, so she needs to wear pants. No, she's a prince with a skirt. So I already love that. These two are cute. They got a little bit of a height gap. Taller girl, shorter guy. He's the victim and she's the bully. But he loves her singing voice. Like, it's so funny. He doesn't know that she's the singer he listens to every night to sleep. Yeah, anyways, and she's got a crush on him. Mikurin looks like a delinquent, but he's actually like an otome at heart. a maiden at heart, and he's the model for his main character. He draws a manga and he like bases off characters off of the people around him. It's really fun. It's really fun. I hope you watched it. You watched it like 5 times? Great. Yeah. So, wait, who's your favorite character? I feel like it might be Kashima, but I don't know. Kashima and Hori. No, I don't know about Hori, but Kashima. Nozaki? Oh, Nozaki? Fair enough. Nozaki is great too. He's so dumb. I was wrong. That's okay. I can be wrong. He's your type? I love them all as well, Mitsuna. It's hard to decide. I think I really liked Hori and Kashima at first. But then also I really like Sakura's bestie. I keep forgetting her name though. With Wakamatsu. They're so funny. Those two. And then Sakura and Nozaki, at first I really loved their dynamic as well, but then, you know, the side characters. The side characters were so great that I'm like, Nozaki and Sakura kind of seem normal. You know? Hello, I just joined. What's going on? Nothing's going on. We're just drawing. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. Oh my god, it's time for me to go. I can almost go and sleep, but now I'm always kind of awake. Is this another VTuber design? Hello, no, it's not a VTuber design. It's a VTuber model. I'm cleaning it up. Yeah, I'm cleaning it up. See, low key though, I kind of like this angle more. I'll keep it for reference. If they're able to match this as a reference, like very accurately, I'll be super happy. Because I really like how this angle turned out, weirdly enough. Like, if you have this on screen, you'd be super happy, no? It's really easy to achieve too. I, like, kind of made it with the assets I had. So it should be okay. I might have to reconsider some parts. Like, and fix them and stuff. But if they are able to match it like that, and get a smile like that, I'll be happy. Like, I'll hound them a little bit. I'm like, hey, can you check the face angles for me? Like, can you check in with the face angles for me and make adjustments? I know it's really annoying. I've rigged a little bit myself. It's really annoying. I know, but please get them as accurately to what I've drawn as possible. So I can be happy. I'm even considering making this the base angle. And then making this the, like when they look to the left. So like this is the frontal angle and then it can go this way and then this way. But this is the maximum to the right side. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to check. What if I took this? And I turned it around. Would that be too far? No, it doesn't look too bad. Honestly, you know what? Then in that case, it's probably okay to keep it centered and then they can look left and right. Yeah. I know the hip angle isn't as intense as Ace's hip angle. I didn't want to like straight up copy Ace's angle. But yeah, it would be bad if like all of the commissions were like, yeah, do this pose for me, please. I'm like, no. I know we like same face syndrome for artists, but we cannot do same pose syndrome. I cannot be doing the same pose for every single VTuber avatar that I do. That would be insane. What if they like the pose so much? They just all want that base. Okay. Anyways, I don't think so, but I'm really happy. I don't think Roscoe will have hips as nice as Ace, but we'll make sure that he has nice chest or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. And I'll finish the bangs, and then I'll call it a day. Okay. There's so many like animes that I've heard good things about recently. I haven't gotten to watching them. There was no Frieren episode this week. So sad. I still haven't finished Gachiaku though. I don't think I've mentioned it in the server, but I got a cat. What? A cat got you? Owner acquired? What happened? Did you find a stray kitten? The cat delivery service got to you? We might be able to chat with Mitsuna about it. She loves cats. Ren as well. I don't know about Errol. I forgot if Errol had cats as well. Yay, she said. Stray kitten showed up on our backyard and I started feeding it. Aww. And now you own one. Are you ready to take it to the vet and everything? Errol has a cat too, yes. See, I know you guys too well. Kidding. Cat distribution system, yeah, for sure. See, this is why I live on the higher floors. It cannot happen to you if you live on the higher floors. The cat distribution system will never get me. I will not be assuming responsibility anywhere, anytime soon. I got her chilling at our patio. I'm buying her stuff. I took her to the vet already. She isn't chipped, but I need to go again for more thorough checkup. Fair enough. That's true. Does one actually have to be like scared about not hygiene, but like, would there be any concerns about anything? Like cat to human transfer or something? I guess rabies. On that level, basically. Should be, huh? Should this go in the lower? What is this? What did I do? Like this needs to be. That's the one thing about Live 2D that's a little annoying. There's too many layers for everything. Oh, okay. There we go. And we got all the bangs. That goes in the back. Okay. This part. Yeah. Yeah. It was supposed to be something like this. Okay. Yeah. That's Yep, that's more accurate. Depends on what kind of state the cat is in when you find it. It's pretty visible when a cat is not doing it well. Yeah, fair enough. She's pretty young, so I'll need to discuss vaccines with her too. But it's affordable in the UK, right? All that stuff. Lower the brightness to a slightly silvery gray. So you can just add a little bit more. So you can add more highlights later on. It's not even so. Oh, I guess it is a little bit. This. I'm done. This is usually how it goes. I just do every single one, every single part like this, separate them. Might be the thing that we'll just stream over the next few weeks. I don't think I'll be able to do anything else. Work on anything else during the week. So yeah. You'll have to live with that. I'll try to make it as little streams as possible. Keep the count low. But yeah, guess this is what it's going to look like for a while. Okay. I think I'll head to bed. Good night. Sleep tight. Wait, hold on, let me. See you next time. I'm excited to draw this as well. Kind of like the way his eyes turned out, so yeah. Sleep tight. Good night. It was fun. Today's a short one. See you next time. Bye bye.